Hi, beautiful souls. It's Sadhana, and I'm back with 31 Days of Tarot, Day 16. Day 16 is what tarot card in the deck do you look out for the most when you get a new deck? And if you don't like that card, does it ruin the deck for you? Well, I've pulled a few decks here, and I just wanted to show you a few different cards and kind of my experience, with this question. And I think I'm going to do a mix of, make it or break it kind of situations. And I'm going to start with one of my faves. So this is the Sawyers Tarot by Ciolo Thompson. And one of the make it or break it cards in a deck for me is the court cards. Not all of the court cards, but most of the court cards have to appear natural. They have to be they have to hold the characteristics of the suit, and it helps if they are facing different directions, if there is movement, emotion, that kind of thing. So this Queen of Cups, she's very young for a queen, but she's just beautiful, and she has so much emotion in her, and it's a very easy card to read. Also, she's facing a direction, which makes it easy to work with because she could be facing another card or another court. Another card that is a close second is the Sun card, and this deck cuts it on both, this deck makes it on both accounts. Yeah, I'm just not really into babies riding horses, so naked babies riding horses. So yeah, so that's the beautiful Sun card from this deck. And then you've got your Queen of Pentacles, your Queen of Swords. And the thing I really like about this Queen of Swords is she is a little bit older. She looks a little wiser. Her experience really shows here. So yeah, so Sawyers really kind of hits the mark on, and here's a beautiful page as well too. That's the Page of Cups. Deep in reflection and looking at this situation kind of from a different angle. So usually we see her from the front. So yeah, so that's the Sawyers Tarot. And look at this Ten of Wands. I just really love this deck on so many levels. And I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it is mine. All right, so here's a deck that I have done a walkthrough recently. This is the Sawyers Tarot. And I'm just looking for the box here. Sawyers Path Tarot. There you go, there's the box. Jamie Sawyer, sorry, Jamie, I forgot your first name. And this is a deck that I have enjoyed. I really enjoy it. And one of the reasons that I do like this deck, this Strength card, which if you've seen my earlier videos, this is my card. This is my Leo card. I love, this is an older woman with a young lioness. And so if I use this deck, it's really for, these two cards. I do love this Empress card as well too. But one of the reasons I haven't been using it a lot is it's got the naked baby on the unicorn. And the quartz in this one, oops, I thought I pulled them to the top. Where are you? I found a bit one-dimensional. So there's your King of Cups, or maybe a bit cartoony. I don't know. They're kind of lacking something, and I'm having a hard. That's really lovely. Queen of Wands. Just having a hard time to get any depth out of them. Particularly this Queen of Swords. I mean, she really doesn't speak to me. She looks more like a, I don't know. I mean, I get the imagery, but unfortunately, I put this deck away, and I will take it out again, but it's just not doing it for me at this time. Another deck I've really enjoyed using, the court cards are lovely as well, is the Sawyers Tarot by Stacia Burrington. And for me, it is the pages. Oh my God, the pages in this deck are just unbelievable. They look like superheroes to me. I love them. I want them all to be my daughters. They're so special. I love their attitude. They totally rock. Like, I would have no problem parenting these pages. The Queen and King of Cups in this deck are so special. There's the Queen, and then here's the King here. They're just lovely, lovely, lovely. And the Sun card in this deck is not bad either, right? No naked babies riding horses. So yeah, the Queen of Wands is a little young, but I can deal with that. I did pull the Hermit cards too. The Hermit is, this question asks for one card, but it's definitely for sure, and I love that Hermit. It's definitely, there's another page. It's a very important card, you know, in deciding if I'm going to use a deck or not. So that deck works for sure. Kind of a big disappointment for me, which may spur some comments. I don't know. When I got the Hezekiahs Tarot, so if you're not familiar with it, that's the box. Her name is Mary Griffin, and this is a self-published deck. And it is a really intriguing deck, and the thing that intrigued me were the Fae cards. I think it was the Four of Wands that initially drew me to this deck. There's the Hermit, the Buddha-like Hermit. And the Sun and the Moon are very simple in this deck. And all of the Fae cards are really, really well done. I love them. Focus. No, there we go. That's a better focus. So the Fae cards are just stunning. Unfortunately, I tried to work with this for quite a while, but the court cards are very two-dimensional, and so you'll see the pages all face the same direction. So they all face to the right. And then the knights all face, sorry, the pages face to the left, the knights face to the right. The queens and the kings all face forward. And while their crowns, while their headdresses and all that are really interesting, they're a little bit too close up. It's hard to read them, and unfortunately this is a reason why I've put this deck away. So, you know, I wish I could mix and match and pick out my favorite cards from my favorite decks, but you know, that doesn't really work. Yeah. So what else have I got? I've got two more I'm going to show you here, because I think this is important, and I know this has been a kind of a conversation point before, having Victoria's Secret models all over the tarot cards. Now this is a Crystal Visions Tarot by Jennifer Galasso. This is the box. And this has been trimmed. I've trimmed and edged my deck. And the reason I love this deck is I love the dragons in the Suit of Wands. This is the Ace of Wands. They're very powerful. I do love the crystals. This is one of the reasons why I like the Sawyers Tarot too. I do like the crystals. But if we go to the court cards for the Crystal Visions, you'll see that they're all very thin and beautiful and all about the same age. And I do want to make a comment on that also, right? So there is nothing wrong with being thin and beautiful. Oh my God. I mean, gosh, wouldn't we all like to look that way? But it would be nice to have a variety of shapes and sizes. That's all I'm saying. So if one of the suits of court cards were younger and thinner, that would be fantastic. And then we have different ages and different shapes and different sizes and all of that. So I don't know. There's a few decks that I do use that have this kind of I don't know if it's a concern. It's just a comment, really. And then I have my favorite deck that has been in my bag for a while now. So this is Lillywhite, and here we have Sun and Hermit, and I'll pick them both up. So this is the beautiful Sun card from Lillywhite, and this is the Hermit card. This could well be the most amazing Hermit card I've ever seen. So here she is inside the tree. The tree is shaped like a womb, and she's there to do her hard work, right? To take time to process all that stuff is it's a lot of work. The court cards in this deck are just amazing. So there's a Page of Cups. They have so much emotion and detail. Sorry, I went the wrong way here. Here's the Page of Pentacles. So the pages are all very young children. Here's the Queen of Cups. Here's the Page of Wands. Here's the King of Wands. For some people, the Knights in this deck may be a little challenging. I'm sorry I didn't pull one out for you. The Knights are a little bit harder to read. So the Knights are meant to be more, I don't want to say androgynous, but the characteristics of the strength of that court are represented in weird and mysterious ways. Look at this Queen of Swords. She's just beautiful. Just beautiful and experienced. There's the Queen of Fire. And there's the King of Swords. And see, and then we do have our really, you know, pretty Queen of Pentacles. And if you look carefully here, you can see, you know, right, the wrinkles on his face. We've got different kind of ages and stages of life. And I really like that. So here's an example of a knight. So this is the Knight of Cups, more of a feminine, so it's a feminine figure with the fish. And so the knights are really, they represent the solar plexus and the issues of that suit around the solar plexus. And there's a lot of complexity to the knights in this deck. And they do take some time to get to know. But yeah. So those are a few thoughts on Make It or Break It cards. And for me, it is definitely court cards. Thanks very much for listening, and I will talk to you soon. Stay well. Namaste.